Personally, I feel that everything happens for a reason. And if I could go back in time, I wouldn't change a thing because it was all orchestrated perfectly, the wins, the losses, and everything in between. However, if I had the opportunity to share some lessons with my younger self, not that I think you would listen, but maybe you will, and maybe they would be helpful for you. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the top 20 lessons that I would share with my younger self. I'm not saying I've got it all figured out. I'm 34 now, but I feel like I have lived quite a rich life to this point. I grew up in the bush in country western Queensland until now, where I've migrated to the beautiful beaches of northern New South Wales. I've traveled to many countries across the globe. I've had a bit of a troubled past with alcohol and junk food to where I became very overweight and had to better myself and lose the weight. And then I became obsessed with personal development over the last 12 or so years. And over that time, I've learned some key things that have been very helpful and that I revisit all the time. My intention today is to share that with you. Welcome to Q James. My name is James Carson, an Australian actor, and the setting is different today. Normally it would be in my home, but we're out in nature for a walk, which is beautiful for the soul. What this page is all about sharing chapter 1 to chapter breakthrough, as I'm on the mission to reaching a breakthrough as an actor. Part of this page is all about sharing helpful insights that may help you. These are insights that have helped me too. So without further ado, that sounded like poetry for a moment, I'm going to dive into these 20 lessons, and I've got them written down here with my trusty piece of paper. Put it the right way up. Check out the swell. If you can see that. Ooh, beautiful. Lesson number 1, titles, things, and even money won't make you happy. Fulfillment will. I've chased money, I've chased the job, I've chased the things, and every time it doesn't make me happy. It doesn't fulfill me. And there's a quick story where I had this goal of, I just wanted to move to the Gold Coast. I wanted to get an awesome job, and I wanted to get a Harley Davidson and live by the beach. And then as time progressed after that, tick, 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 got all of those things, sat in the apartment near the beach and went, is this it? And that's not to sound ungrateful, but it was just a realization that the things, the money, the titles, it doesn't mean anything, but the fulfillment of life is. And when I say fulfillment, I mean relationships, means health and wellness, means doing and pursuing things that feel right to your beautiful soul. So that's lesson 1. Lesson number 2, your dreams for your life aren't weird. They're awesome. And what do I mean by that? When I was young, I always used to visualize all these things that I would love to do with my life, and I'd just be gazing out the window in the classroom, thinking of all these things of like potentially being an actor and performing, and there's all these different things that sort of fluttered in and out of my mind, but never realized it because I just thought it was a bit outlandish and my imagination was a little wild. But it's one of those things that when you actually come to realize that those little imaginations that you have as a kid is actually really beautiful and really intrinsic. G'day, mate. So basically it's not stamping on the imagination. If there's something wild that you've thought about or something wild that came into your mind when you were a child that you really wanted to pursue, that's not weird. It may potentially be your higher self, your older self, speaking to you in the future. Next lesson. Lesson number 3, just have a go. Don't live with a guaranteed no. What does that mean? That means if I had a goal, or if I had something that I wanted to do or experience or pursue, whether it was a business proposal, whether it was a speaking event, whether it was an acting job, whether it was a relationship, whatever it is, if I have the idea and I don't act on it and I'm worried about getting a no, I'm already living with no. So I'm of the opinion to, and this analogy that I kind of thought of is just throw spaghetti, see what sticks, have a go at something, reach out to that person, have a go at that project, send the email, ask the person out, whatever it is, just have a go. I have the strongest attitude of just having a crack at things, and a lot of the time they may not work out as you think, and that's okay, just a beautiful lesson. Sometimes they work out beautifully, and how good's that? And you never know until you have a go. Next lesson. Lesson number 4. Every time you lean into discomfort, you get a little bit better. That means whether it's in training, a cold plunge, challenging yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it might be. And the discomfort zone, whilst it's challenging, yes, but every time you lean into that, you get better, you get stronger, you get smarter, you get more resilient, you understand yourself more. Sitting in a cold plunge, for example, setting yourself a timer for 2 minutes and you get in there and you're already screaming to get out. If you can push yourself to go through that, that builds beautiful resilience to become stronger, to become better. And I actually think the comfort zone isn't a great place. It's wonderful to experience comfort, but definitely discomfort every day in some way, shape or form. Next lesson. Lesson number 5. Protect your health and wellness like your life depends on it, because it does. Self-explanatory really. Your mind, your body, your soul is very important. Nourish it, connect it, look after it like your life depends on it. Back in 2011, I took performance enhancing drugs, and as a result of that and not using them correctly, I didn't really know what I was doing as a young man. I developed a condition called gynecomastia, where I developed lumps in my body to which I had to get surgically removed, and had to go through a very lengthy, very scary process of healing, of making sure it was benign and everything was okay. That was a big light bulb moment for me that I got to learn and grow from. And that was one of the biggest pivotal moments that helped me to learn the importance of health and wellness. Working in different roles, and some of those roles were in hospitals, and I'd walk past ED, I'd walk past palliative care, and I'd realize that, wow, life is really precious no matter what age you are. Things can happen, you can get struck down by disease, by accidents, who knows. Lesson number 6. Tell people how much they mean to you, as much as you can. This goes for family, this goes for friends. Just telling them that I love you, that I care about you, that you mean the world to me, that you really support me, that I am inspired by you, that I'm so grateful for your love, care and support. I think those beautiful things aren't said enough. Speaking for myself, I haven't said those things enough. In our family, we were one of those families that didn't say I love you as much as we possibly could, but we've definitely got a lot better at it now. And I think not until I was in my late 20s did I actually say I love you to my dad, and same thing with my mum. We always knew that we loved each other, but it was just one of those things that we didn't say very often. Hello, how are you? And so it's important to just say those things. Share your heart with people. Lesson number 7. There is a greater power out there and within you. This is probably more of a spiritual sense, but in the long and the short of it, there is God within you and there's God all around you. Meaning that there's a beautiful power within you, the kingdom of heaven is within you and all around you. You please interpret that how you will. Lesson number 8. Don't get caught up with friends who don't lift you up. It's okay to evolve past and out of people. Meaning I've had some friends who have gone away out of my life because I've actually realized they're very draining and they don't actually support me really at all. I walk away feeling very drained or feeling like I've shown up a lot for them and they don't really show up a lot for me. So it's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to move on from other people in a kind and respectful way. Don't feel like you have to be friends with someone just because you've been friends with them forever. Lesson number 9. Your vibe attracts your tribe and your life. How you think, feel, and act will shape the people and the world around you. Meaning if you're a positive, happy, strong, loving person, you will attract positive, happy, and strong people. If you are a negative, downward person, you will attract negative and down people. Additionally, if you're a positive, happy, and strong person in life, the life around you will be positive, happy, and strong. If you radiate kindness, kindness will manifest around you. Next one. Lesson number 10. Don't take advice from anyone who doesn't have a version of a life that you would want. It's really easy for someone to project their advice onto you and tell you this, that, or the other, but unless they have a series of things in their life that you desire, respectfully, their opinion doesn't matter. And a lot of the time, their opinion is a projection, potentially keeping you safe. Maybe your dreams and goals or what you're going after makes them feel insecure, whatever it is. But it's important to have some discernment in relation to what advice you take from who. Take with that what you will. Lesson number 11, analyze yourself daily. Journal, write, reflect every day. What that means is personal introspection is one of the most powerful daily habits and tools that you can have, whether it's how could have today been better, what could I have done better, what went really well, it's writing down goals, whatever it might be, but really just taking pen to paper is the better way, and reflecting on yourself. Every day, ask yourself deep introspective questions. What are the goals that I want to achieve tomorrow? What went really well today? What didn't I do very well? How could I be better? How can I learn from this experience? What really triggered me? How can I let this go? Whatever it might be. That's a very powerful one that I hold very strong to my heart. Lesson number 12, always have compassion for everyone. You never know what someone's going through in their life. And that goes for potentially haters, that goes from anyone who's rude, that goes from someone who says something ill about you. The important thing to remember in a bit of a woo-woo spiritual way that I always have heard, we are all one. Spiritually connected in some way, shape or form. You are me and I am you, living a different life. So just sending love and compassion to someone. And speaking about haters, no one who's in a good place puts other people down, basically. So when you look at any hating comment, and I don't really like that word, it's, in my eyes, it's a poorer reflection on the person writing the comment than it is the person, of course, all the time. It's always about them, whatever shape or form. So that's that. Lesson 13, never hold on to resentment. Forgive, let go of anything, whether it's something you did, something someone did to you, a moment in time, whatever it is. There is no excuse for holding on to resentment, and forgiveness and compassion is something that is so beautiful and can absolutely be cultivated no matter what the scenario. And I know I speak boldly about that. I've had to forgive a lot of things in my life. Compassion, forgiveness, absolutely incredible. It's a beautiful thing that can be cultivated. Yes, it can be challenging. It can be challenging, but with the right attention, with the right time, it can be done. Lesson number 14, don't speak negatively about others or gossip. And I adopted this 3P method. If it isn't positive, or if it's not something you would say if the person was present, it shouldn't be said. Always check yourself. If you're ever saying something about others, whatever it is, always stop yourself and think, this isn't loving, this isn't kind, I'll stop myself. What is the point of this? How does this serve in a good way? Lesson 15, always express gratitude. Every day and multiple times throughout the day. Absolutely transforms your psychology, how you see life. Writing down, I'm grateful for life, health, water, whatever it is, absolutely beautiful thing to do. Lesson number 16, say yes to the opportunity, even if you don't feel ready. There are many times in my life where opportunities have been presented to me and I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel like I had the right tools or whatever it might have been. And I said yes anyway. And it was terrifying, and sometimes it didn't work out, but a lot of the times it did. And I have the opinion that there's this old entrepreneurship saying that you jump out of the plane and build your parachute on the way down. Say yes to the opportunity and just have a go. You're either going to win the moment or learn a valuable lesson. Lesson number 17. As soon as you face what you're avoiding, the better. Whatever you resist, persists. Take of that what you will. If there's anything in life that you're putting off, that you're avoiding, whether it's a conversation, whether it's an email, whether it's a job, it will always be there in some way, shape or form until you face it. Face what you're avoiding. Lesson number 18, love yourself fully. If you're unable to love yourself fully, you will not have the capacity to love others around you. And when I say love yourself, looking after your mind, body and soul, speaking kind about yourself, thinking kindly about yourself, and having positive, strong values. Lesson number 19, always take ownership and responsibility, no matter what. Whatever it is, take full responsibility in life, ownership, whatever it is, as much as you can. Why? Because that gives you the beautiful freedom that you are in charge of your own life. You're in charge of your own perception of your own life. And isn't that a wonderful thing? It's always up to you, which is fantastic, which can be challenging for some people, but liberating for others. Lesson number 20, the last lesson. Everyone is the main character of their own film. They are far too caught up in their own world to worry about you. And this comes down to being worried about what people might think about you, worried about wearing something like a different piece of clothing, think, what are people going to think, whatever it is, or posting something on social media. Everyone has their own fears, their own worries, their own things they're working on, their own bubble. They may notice you for a moment, maybe even a couple of minutes if you're lucky, but then they'll go back to their own life, their own relationships, their own financial worries, jobs, career, whatever it is. Those are the 20 lessons that I teach my younger self. Let me know in the comments which one resonates the most with you. Feel free to like this video if it's helpful for you. I'll see you next time.